And now I'm using some massage rollers to massage the microphone, as you should feel relaxed at home.
It's me, Meghan Markle. Welcome to the wind-up as we go through, rewinding through 2018. We are going to be looking at all those great trends that we loved throughout the last year. There's been some great ones that we need to look at, and just look at some of the best things that have been going on, because it was a weird year full of baby sharks, weddings and ASMR. There's been some weird and there's been the wonderful throughout the last year, which we need to look at. I'm sure you also have some favourite moments, some favourite trending things that happened. Just to give you a little bit of an idea, we've got to talk about Laurel and Yanni, really, don't we? That's just got to be in there. The royal wedding was a big deal. Also, if you were on the internet at all, you would have seen Fortnite. Fortnite was everywhere. And if that's not enough, we all got into the tingling feels of a little bit of ASMR throughout the year. Very weird. We might try and attempt to do some in the studio today. But what was your favourite trending moments of 2018? Leave a little comment on there. Let us know what your favourite trend was, because you never know. If we don't get a lot, then I might just end up playing Baby Shark for 2 hours, which I'm sure you'll all enjoy. Just want to test you one more time. Which is it, Laurel or Yanni?
Laurel.
Definitely Laurel. Just saying, it's definitely Laurel. I don't know what anybody else is thinking. Hopefully you got over that in 2018, because we don't want to start that carrying into 2019. Let's just wash it over us now. It's happened. It's been there. Now, there is an area of music that we need to tackle about 2018. So we're going to get them out of the way now, so that we can all just kind of revel in the greatness that is these songs. Can you think about which ones they are? Because I'm going to play them next. So it all started around about the time of the World Cup. Okay, we need to cast your minds back to the World Cup, and everybody was getting totally into it. Everybody was saying it's coming home and it's going to be fantastic. England was on a high, and this started a whole thing which we got a load of songs out of. Cheesy, kiddie songs. Of course, that was the unofficial World Cup song, Hey Dougie, with the Kick Kick song. I love this song, it's fantastic. That was so big. Everybody, you know what, it's so easy to learn the words of that song because it's literally like one word and you've got it down. And if it's not stuck in your head, maybe we can tempt you with another song just to kind of have stuck in your head as you bring in 2019. There is really only one song that really summarises this year, and it's got to be Baby Shark. You knew we were going to play it. Love it or hate it, you know all the words, and I'm sure you probably know a bit of the dance moves as well. That was Baby Shark by Pinkfong, probably one of the most catchy songs of this year, and I think it kind of just summarises the whole year in one song. I mean, bizarre isn't the word, is it? The last one that is part of our cheesy songs of 2018 has got to be the Christmas #1, Lad Baby, with We Built This City on Sausage Rolls. Just rounding off our cheesy songs of 2018. But the next question is, what were some of the weirdest news stories to come out in 2018? Well, 2018 was full of stuff. Obviously, kicking off, we had the royal wedding, which was such a big deal. We probably had a build-up of about 4 months for that. So I was definitely one of those people who watched it. I am one of those people. Totally enjoying it, and just getting a cupcake just because you can. Even though you're not physically there, just trying to enjoy it in any way possible. Even here in the studio, we had our Harry and Kate masks, and we were learning all about royal etiquette. But what were some of the other big news stories of 2018? Some of these are really weird as well, because we just like the weird and wonderful here on Drive Time. Of course, if you were anywhere during the summer, you would have seen Love Island. Danny and Jack won it this year, but I think the real star of Love Island 2018 was Georgia. And there's only one reason for that. Let's just play our little loyal compilation. the summer without thinking about loyalty. Loyalty was right there because of Georgia from Love Island. You gotta love it, really, haven't you? Some other things that came out was the man beanie. We tried making one of those in the studio. Also, McDonald's brought out the massive Big Mac in celebration of the Big Mac's birthday. If you were anywhere online, you would have seen the Don't Say It meme that was all over the place. Don't say it, but you kind of have to in the end. At Halloween, we had the Instagram influencer Halloween costume, taking influencers to a whole new level. You know you've made it when there's a Halloween costume about you. Really, isn't it? Let's be fair. Also, robots assembled their first IKEA piece of furniture. It was a chair. They actually managed to assemble a whole IKEA chair. So the robots are coming. If you were in London this year, they had a giant pop-up Jeff Goldblum which took over part of the area there. And it was the scene from Jurassic Park when he's just kind of led out to me. Everybody loves Jeff Goldblum, so that was just right there. Also, Lego built a car that worked. You could sit in it and drive it. It was a working car that Lego had built. And if you were anything into the art world, you would have seen the picture that Banksy had made. It was the picture of a girl holding a red balloon. And once it had got sold at auction for an extortionate amount of money, it self-destructed itself, because in the frame there was of course the shredder, and it just got shredded. And some big internet things that happened. We had the Yodel Kid this year, big things, and of course the KSI and Logan Paul boxing match, just to name a few. So many things in 2018. Now, one of the big areas of 2018 that was all over the internet was ASMR. If you don't know what this is, then you're missing out. Some people love it or you hate it. It's one of those things that you either really get invested in, or you're not really, it doesn't do anything for you. But basically it's people kind of whispering and doing things near a microphone that people find enjoyable. ASMR was so big, so we thought we're gonna have to make some ASMR here in the studio as we round off 2018. We could have done that, or a mukbang, which is when people eat and talk in front of a camera, but we thought this is radio. That's not gonna really work here, is it? So we're gonna attempt to try some ASMR. Now we're just gonna slow things down for just a minute. And it's supposed to be relaxing, and it's supposed to make you feel all nice. So we thought we're gonna try some ASMR in the studio today. I have no experience in this whatsoever. I'm just copying things that I have seen on YouTube. So we're going to attempt to do a little bit of ASMR right now. So don't panic, because it's going to get a little bit quiet on the radio. This is how we do it.
So apparently what they do is they whisper and then they do things to the microphone. Is that relaxing? Do you like that? Does it make you feel all tingly? Let's try something else. All the tingles. Is that relaxing? I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I think it's more fun playing with the microphone than listening. Let's try a little bit of this instead. And the last one that we're going to try . I've used a pair of scissors, also a hairbrush on the microphone, and now I'm using some massage rollers to massage the microphone, as you should feel relaxed at home. And what a lot of them do is tap the mic as well and stroke it. hope that you found that relaxing, as now we're going to keep on going.
One of the things that you're going to need to get yourself prepped with is dancing. Especially if you're going out into Weymouth somewhere, you need to kind of be able to whip out those glorious dance moves that you know everybody's going to need to know. And one of the big crazes of this year might be able to help you out, because of course Fortnite was so big this year. I don't know if you've managed to get through the year not knowing what Fortnite is. I'd be very, very surprised. But if you weren't playing the game and watching all the videos and all that great stuff, you might have seen the dance moves. So if you want to crack out some totally modern and on-point dance moves, look no further than Fortnite. We thought we'd have a look at some of the top dance moves from Fortnite, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what you could whip out. One of the ones that is really big is called Best Mates. Basically, you put your arms up at the side and then sort of dangle at the elbows, and then you kind of just run around with high legs. It's really odd, but it's best if you manage to get mates to join you, and then you can almost create like a conga going around of you just doing this kind of weird dance move. So that's one that you can definitely whip out, although you do need some friends to kind of really pull that one off. But if you don't have a friend, maybe you want to have a go at Orange Justice. Irrespective of what this dance move is, the name of that one is glorious. Orange Justice. I sound so good. That one was actually taken by a dancer called Bab the Dancer, and it's a very intricate dance move, so this might be one for somebody who's a little bit more expert, but it involves sort of moving your hands up and down and crossing them and all this stuff, and sort of moving your knees and sort of bouncing along to the music. Very good if you can get it right, and I've seen clips of kids doing Orange Justice everywhere. So if you have kids, they probably know all these dance moves already, and they might be able to teach you. You never know. One of the big ones as well is Ride the Pony, which was made famous by Psy, the guy who did Gangnam Style. So if you need any tips, just go and watch the music video for Gangnam Style. He does Ride the Pony. It's basically riding a horse. Or if you want to maybe keep it a little bit cool, there is the Tidy Dance that was made famous from Snoop Dogg and the Drop It Like It's Hot music video. So you can be real cool and calm and collected, but just have a little bit of a dance move in there just to keep you crowd. You know, just a good one. And going to the sublime to ridiculous, they have got Groove Jam, which is taken from Napoleon Dynamite. If you remember that famous film, you could be whipping out that move that he does on the stage. It's pretty long, but they take like sections of it to create this great dance sort of number that you could whip out. And one of the most famous is called Fresh, which if you're from the 90s, you would call the Carlton Dance, because it's made famous from Carlton Banks, who was in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So whip out the Carlton Dance, or as they call it today, Fresh Dance, and you'll be right there with the kids, totally down and into it. And if all else fails, probably the most famous dance move that everybody does now from Fortnite is, of course, the Floss Dance, made famous by the Backpack Kid. And I'm sure that if you just went out to most people, they would be able to teach you how to floss. It's so famous, and you know what? You don't even have to do it right to pull it off. As long as you can kind of do something that remotely looks like flossing, you can get away with it. So many things that you can whip out on the dance floor tonight. Which one are you gonna do? Well, that's it from me. I'll see you in 2019. Have a great new year. And if you like this video, think about subscribing, like this video as well, and enjoy yourself. And of course, why don't you let me know in the comments what was your favourite thing out of 2018? Was it the royal wedding? Was it a Fortnite? If you don't let me know, then I'm just going to assume that it was Baby Shark.